I hear that train a coming. He's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since Cody don't know when.
All right, hey, welcome to the One Podcast Adventure Rule Them All, episode number 116. 116.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not
That's a lot.
Not 118, 119, not even 117, but 116.
Hey, I fixed it. I fixed my paper.
I appreciate you. I am the Beast Snow for this episode. Not joined today by Jordy because he, once again, is trying to fight off the COVID-19. But the three other men, individuals, brothers, family that are here today, we got Cody, Devin, and your boy Chongo.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. Hey,
Yeah, boy.
we like every single episode. It's going to be a fantastic one this evening for us. For you, it might be morning or afternoon. You never know. But we're going to talk some news. We got some news. Big things happened. Some sad things happened. We're going to hit the gym, Jake's Power Hour. See what games we're playing at the moment. I'm going to quit playing games with your heart. All right. We're going to head into the Shadow Realm. See what the Shadow knows this week. Are we talking a show? Or are we talking a board game? We don't know, but we'll know when the time is right. We're going to hit the ring. Talk some wrestling. Some sad stuff in wrestling as well. And since Jordy's not here to finish us off, we'll finish each other off. But first, let's play a little game called Do You Know a TOPTERTA? We're going to get to know each other a little bit better. And I've seen this question pop around the internet quite a few times. So I'm going to ask the boys. If you could stop one crime from ever happening again, but you had to commit that crime, what would it be?
Ooh.
So, okay, let me...
Do I get to pick who I...
Is committing the crime what stops it?
Yes.
Well, I don't... Somebody
Do I
else.
get to pick who I commit the crime against?
Well, obviously.
Do we get to get away with the crime?
I would assume not.
But I think that's okay.
I think bank robbery.
Fuck the banks. Them bitches can get robbed all day long.
That's insured. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, but I find the last one that can do it, like,
You're in jail, bro. You're hit.
not if I can pay for it.
What?
I understand where Cody's coming from.
No, I don't.
If
Take
he
that
steals
whole
it, he
fucking
can
vault.
Yeah, but then everybody who robs the bank and gets the money would be like, hey, here's some money.
But you can't rob a bank anymore because there would be...
Yeah,
It's like barely
I'd be
ever-
the only one.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about everybody before him. Like,
Yeah, they'd be
But
mad.
no, I'd rob the bank.
Oh, just the bank. The Bank of America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
they
the
already be robbing everybody else.
Like the gold,
exactly.
the gold fund, like
Yeah,
back all our money.
The
Yeah, we're
United
gonna pull
States
some-
Treasury.
we're gonna pull some kaleidoscope, get all that shit.
I would illegally raise taxes on every country in the world.
And then nobody else can raise taxes ever again.
Exactly, because taxation is theft.
That's true. That's true.
And
I think
that's
I'm
what
gonna rape
America was
somebody.
founded on. Did you say you were... No.
What?
No.
And that. And rape. Okay.
What did you... Oh, just please, start whatever you said. Start it over from the beginning, please, from the top.
Buddy.
Okay. That's...
Never happens again.
Okay. You're fucking cool.
It's gonna be. I'm
No, yeah, okay.
That's not a good idea.
It's
Hey,
it's
if we ever start to play clips like before the show, like as an intro to the show, that's it. Like that's the lead into the podcast that people will want to start listening to.
oh man,
Jacob Jacob wants to.
He wants to, yes, with that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Jacob,
I
he
don't
very
want
much wants. He wants to give. He wants to pound somebody who is unwilling.
Listen, I don't want to. I don't.
I mean, you
want
came to this conclusion pretty easily of all the things. You can't say you don't want to when you, of your own free will and
I'm trying
volition,
to think of the
chose
most
to.
beneficial crime to stop.
You are so brave.
I was gonna go murder, but I don't think I could do that.
There are 8 billion people
Oh.
in the world. I mean, if don't even. We gotta.
We gotta go.
If people aren't getting taken out, there are gonna be too many of us. So,
Hey, look, Cody's stealing from the banks.
damn, you gave me a headache.
Devin's, not raising taxes forever after Sean goes doing his thing. Yeah, I'd probably shoot a man, in Reno,
Reno.
just to watch him die.
I was trying to think of the most beneficial thing. Okay.
But it'd have to be like somebody who's like has like two minutes to live or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You walk into like a hospice care.
Yeah. Like old what's her name from Last of Us? Fucking
Agnes.
Oh.
yeah. All right. Whoa. Whew. Hey, Devin.
Damn, man. Yes, sir.
Just give us the news, please.
Hey.
This is TOPTERTA News with lead anchor Devin Bliss.
HBO Max is raising their prices to $15.99 a month. That is $1 more than it is. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought that shit was like $8 a month. So
Bro, that's cheaper than buying a dozen eggs.
I don't listen. I don't understand the egg thing. I didn't know how much eggs were before now.
89 cents.
Okay? Never looked. I just
89
grabbed eggs.
cents. Where?
Just grabbed eggs.
When they were on sale, they were always 89 cents for a carton.
Yeah, but if you're buying the cheap ass eggs though, you're buying the
No.
eggs who like you can't even separate the white from the yolk in those eggs. Like that's a fake ass egg.
No, those are the like grade A or whatever fucking jumbo eggs. They were like
Yeah,
89.
bro, that's not a
maybe
real egg.
maybe $1.19 when they used to be on sale. Now those bitches are fucking.
like
We just got them today, and they're like $3.80.
Oh, that's
From
normal, I think.
where?
Where? What do you mean?
From where are you buying eggs?
Meyer.
Now
Goodwill?
listen, Snow works in the dairy department where they sell eggs.
Pre-COVID, they were $1.99 for a dozen.
But
Right.
listen. I have no idea how much eggs are, but I bought some good like brown eggs with the real dark yolks because they're supposed to be like better, and they were like $8 carton. So I just thought eggs were that much.
You don't care about money, so
Pre-winter inflation eggs were like
I
$2.99 maybe for a
I
dozen.
do care about money,
How
and
much are they
that's
now?
why I have money.
Right now in my county, in my store, in my area, they are was it $4.49 for a dozen?
Jesus.
But that don't even seem like a lot.
really.
You buy that in a gallon of milk, you're like
Oh,
Yeah,
$10.
that's how much
don't-
Congo makes in an hour.
I don't buy milk, so
More than I make in an hour, actually. We don't buy eggs here because we have chickens.
exactly that's what I'm saying. Like you get a good egg's going to be expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A good egg is going to be expensive.
We are considering just finding a farm and seeing if we can just get eggs from them.
I think it's cheaper to just go out to eat.
Literally. It's
Yeah.
cheaper to just go to McDonald's and eat, and you'd be
Now
fine.
listen, I'm bougie, so if you're not making like a real good meal, what's the point? Just go out and get some fucking Arby's. Arby's tastes good.
It's like,
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You ain't
Right, if I'm
lying.
gonna make a whole meal, I'm like, it's the same. It's literally like the same price in less time.
It is at the point right now that buying regular steak is cheaper than buying like pork steak. and that's weird.
I never had pork steak.
But those you used to be able to buy like a 4 or 5 pack for
You mean
like
pork chops?
Yeah, brown.
no pork steak.
Oh,
Do
What's
none
the
of you
difference
know
between
what pork steak
and
is?
pork chops are?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to find fucking pictures of pork steak.
You sure you're just not like, a country bumpkin talking about some pork chops?
Yes,
He
I am
absolutely is a
very
country
sure.
bumpkin.
pork steak? That's not pork chops?
No,
I would assume it has to be, right? Like,
That's what I thought.
Pork loin? Are you talking about pork loin?
Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
That
They say
shit
hi.
right there.
Hello.
Pork
Hello,
steak.
Brittany.
right, that
It just looks
First
like a pork chop. Oh, I almost said a
No.
bad word.
No,
It does.
I mean, that looks like short rib to me. So,
it's a pork steak.
yeah,
I
no,
mean, I'd eat it.
yeah, definitely. I'd put it in my mouth. I have no problem with that. Yeah,
Devin,
okay.
remember that time we made us pork chops?
That's pork chop.
Bitches were good, huh?
They were. I like the candied the candied marinade.
Yeah, I fucking let it boil too long. Hang out with my friends.
Pork steak, huh? Okay.
All right, all right. We got off topic from the HBO Max thing. Fucking good guy.
Look,
Hey,
eggs will derail a
we're
whole
done.
conversation.
We're done. We're done with eggs. However much you pay us out, what they're worth. That's it. Fucking go. There are plenty of chickens in the world, bro. Just go steal some eggs. Who cares?
Right now, they're not really laying much. My mom actually had to buy eggs.
Why are you making eggs that much?
We aren't. We just didn't have any.
Oh. Well, the Harley Quinn show. I don't know if it's the same universe, but I assume it is, as Batman Unburied. That show's coming to Spotify on
that-
January 31st.
I thought you meant the animated.
Nope.
Sick.
You can
So-
pre-order. Oh, go on.
More on that. Christina Ricci is going to be Harley Quinn. And you know
Wednesday Addams.
what? I saw that she was going to be in the new Wednesday series. I was like, cool. I watched the whole way through, and I was like, where is she? And like,
You didn't know who she was?
No, it just didn't dawn on me that she was her, the teacher, the whole time.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, because I didn't read or listen to the Batman Unburied. Is it like like just a show podcast? Like what is it?
It is like have you ever? It's like, I don't know, like an audiobook, but podcast form, right?
Okay, so like they have different actors acting out these.
Yeah,
roles
yeah. It's a show that you don't
That I don't
like.
watch.
You just listen to.
Okay,
yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Like it's very like sound based and descriptive. You
Yeah, like
get a feel for what's going on.
Batman Unburied was about Bruce Wayne and trying to catch Scarecrow,
Bruce-
right?
Yeah, Bruce Wayne dying and Scarecrow and the guy fucking taking organs and shit.
And then this time Harley is trying to find a way to cure her father, so she manipulates Joker. I think that's what
I
it said.
didn't look at the
right.
synopsis or anything. I went into Batman Unburied, Naked and Blind, so I wanted to go on Harley Quinn that way. So I don't really know what it's about, but I did see, like, I think Batman is in it, but it's not the same guy as Batman Unburied.
I don't know. I just listened to the trailer or whatever. So
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. Batman Unburied was fucking really good.
it beat the Joe Rogan podcast. So yeah.
Hey man, it's tough to beat that guy, Dr. Joe Rogan. You can pre-order Scarlet and Violet Elite Trainer boxes on the Pokemon Center for Koraidon and Miraidon alternate art promos and a Lechonk promo. I have done that already. Those promos are great. The Lechonk promos, like, it's not great.
Normal Lechonk, but
It's just a little Lechonk, but you get it. It's cool. The alternate art promos
those
are
look
really nice. Yeah. And as always, remember, if you get an Elite Trainer box from the Pokemon Center, you do get 2 extra packs and the promos and some extra shit. That's why they're more expensive. Phineas and Ferb is returning for 2 new seasons on Disney Plus. Listen, I don't know if you guys watch Phineas and Ferb.
Nope.
I was too old to watch Phineas and Ferb when it came on. So don't know. Just thought somebody might care about that. back to Pokemon. The next 7-star Terra raid is Greninja, going to be Poison Terra type.
Told you.
Starts on January 27th through the 29th. It's going to run again 2 weeks after that for your chance to get a Greninja.
Fucking called it.
I told you. Listen, I know it. I don't know what's going to come after Greninja, but Greninja just seemed the most likely. I think pretty obvious, right?
I was just hoping it wasn't another starter, honestly.
I like that it's Greninja.
I do like Greninja.
Listen. I think all the starters they haven't had in like the recent games, I think it's completely fine to run through.
Right.
Like Greninja, I'm very happy about. Cinderace, I honestly don't give a shit about. I didn't care at all. I love
Right.
Charizard, so obviously I'm always gonna be cool with that. But
Yeah, I was
Greninja's
cool with
good.
Charizard.
Greninja's good. I think you do like for Alligator, maybe give it some love for the first time in a while. Yeah. Infernape's always going to be fun. Torterra, I know they were just in Diamond and Pearl, but what you gonna do? Listen, and I don't care at all about the Gen 5 starters. I don't really like any of them. So fuck them.
Okay.
Black Myth Wukong is going to be released in summer of 2024.
Is it Wukong or Wulong? There's a game called
as
Wulong coming out.
yeah,
Too.
as I was writing this, or as I'm reading this, I hope I wrote it right, and it's Black Myth Wukong. I know there's Wulong too, but I think that one's like Fallen Dynasty or something.
I'm gonna Google.
But Black Myth Wukong, I'm saying that, and I think that's the monkey one coming out 2024. I wrote this down honestly, like on Friday, so it's been a while.
Okay, so there's Black Myth Wukong, which comes out in 2024.
Yes, my brain is better than everybody's.
And then Wulong Fallen Dynasty.
I'm fucking a genius. I'm
Will it
so
come
good.
out before Skull and Bones?
Yes. Skull and Bones not coming out.
I read something about Skull and Bones.
It's in my news. Unless I talked about it last week.
What is it?
It could have been like that. It got delayed again. Like
no, this is different, and why it will come out.
Oh yeah,
because I forget what country it was.
Oh, Singapore. Yeah, we talked about
Singapore. Yeah, where like they are legally obligated to release this game in a working good state.
Yeah, but like that just seems like unbelievable to me.
I don't think it's ever going to come out.
Hey man, so I'd forgotten all about this. Like it escaped my mind, but I'm so glad that I saw it, especially because I started playing it. The Gotham Knights series premiere is on CW on March 14th. I was not. Yeah, I was not excited for this until I started playing the game, and then I got even more excited when I remembered and saw that Misha Collins is playing fucking Two-Face.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking pumped. I'm pretty sure he's Two-Face in the game too. I haven't met Two-Face in the game. Yeah, haven't met Two-Face in the game. I haven't met Clayface either, but I'm doing Clayface shit. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for that now. I'm glad Misha got a show.
Oh, I love Misha Collins.
Especially because, and listen, Misha wasn't doing anything. Jensen Ackles is out doing the boys, having sex nightly, and fucking Jared Padalecki, he's Chuck Norrison around fucking the CW network. Yeah, so there's no way he hates it.
He looks like how little he cares about it.
No way. I hope he said that.
Walker Texas Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about how much he dislikes playing that show.
While he's doing it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Pretty sure I read somewhere they did that.
I'm not going to look. I'm just going to hope that's true and be happy. Because, who the fuck? I don't think that. What person under 50 likes Walker Texas Ranger?
Nobody.
Exactly. It's dumb. Okay, sorry. Driftbloom and Ms. Magius are the next Terra Raid spotlights. With Greninja, obviously. Or probably before Greninja.
Before.
Speaking of the boys, Jensen Ackles, season 4 of the boys is allegedly more disgusting than season 3. Now, season 3 wasn't too disgusting to me. Once you get past the going inside the urethra and exploding, and or was it the prostate, or whatever? It doesn't matter.
It was urethra.
And the giant dong on the fucking one superhero. You get past all that. Season 3 was great. The Boys is one of my favorite shows on TV. I think Jensen
I've still not
Ackles
watched it.
is great. You're missing out. You really, really are.
I am. I've watched up. I think I've seen the first full season.
Last of Us had HBO's second biggest premiere in over a decade. And with that, there's a free game trial on PS5. The second biggest premiere in over a decade kind of like throws me off because it's a hilarious thing to say. I don't know why they added a decade, because House of the Dragon just had the biggest premiere ever. So like you could just leave it at.
They could have said last year.
Yeah, they could have just said second biggest premiere ever. Because if it's the last decade, but the one who had the most.
Game of Thrones.
That's what. Well, Game of Thrones came out less than 10 years ago.
No, it didn't.
Didn't? When did Game of Thrones come out? I guess it probably came out more than 10 years ago. I didn't get onto it until late. Anyway, still, I guess that's hey, good look, big brain on Chad.
Chad is, but yeah, good shit, brother.
Sorry, I was gonna say Brad, but he's in the background. We don't like to talk good about him. The Mandalorian's back on March 1st.
Double Pedro.
Yeah, big Pedro's out here fucking doing it all. Vote for him.
I'm loving the amount I get to see Pedro pass.
So he's hideous. He's so ugly, and I love it. Like, and now
a lot of people disagree with you.
That's fine. But I'm gonna tell you like why I think he's ugly. Aside from the fact that his face doesn't please me. So like I stumbled across a chef on like YouTube, and I don't know his real name or anything, but his handle's Senpai Kai.
Okay.
And he just be making whatever, like, and he's like real cringy. He's a very, very strange looking guy. He looks just like him, but like Pedro looks just like him, except Pedro looks cleaner. But this guy, he'd be making good looking food. So he's apparently a Michelin trained chef. Still very ugly. They look the same though. So, and I just can't get out of my head every time I see him now.
I want to see that movie that Pedro's in with fucking Nicholas Cruz, I think. Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
That one where like it's Nick Cage playing Nicolas Cage.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but it looks hilarious.
I want to see the new Nicolas Cage movie where he's a fucking vampire.
I do too.
Looks so stupid.
A vampire.
Oh, I can't wait. Disney's trading card game Lorcana will be out this August. The cards look really pretty good.
At Gen Con.
What?
Oh, will it be at Gen Con? I'm sure it will be if it's in August.
Yep, it's basically releasing at Gen Con.
Guess I know what I'm going to buy when I'm at Gen Con.
I'm definitely going to at least play it.
It's a trading card game, so it's not like you buy a box, like a board game box, and get a whole bunch of shit in it.
Yeah, they did say there's going to be like starter decks and stuff, though.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon. They're like Elite Trainer boxes.
Oh, that's
not
cool.
Not called that, but yeah. And the card art, I mean, looks pretty good.
The card art looks great.
I hope it's gonna be fun. I really do. The top five most downloaded PlayStation Network games of 2022 are as follows. Number 5 was Madden 23. And it's all of 2022. Madden 23 at number 5. Number 4 is Elden Ring. Third is NBA 2K23. Second is God of War Ragnarok. Number 1 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I saw something. Listen, Call of Duty, like, best-selling game of 2022 altogether. I saw somebody on Twitter talk about how nobody was talking about Call of Duty, nobody was playing it. And all I can think about is everything I see is like Call of Duty number 1 best-selling game of the year. So is Call of Duty, is it bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty ass.
Yeah, I thought you guys loved it when it came out.
No. I like Shipment and Shoot House.
Look,
what were we playing?
Call of Duty.
I hated it before it even came out. I bought it the day before.
I did too.
Yeah, there is.
Ask me the last time I liked a Call of Duty game.
No, you've never liked a Call of Duty game. You just play
Ask
it.
me the last time I liked one.
When's the last time you liked Call of Duty?
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Hell yeah. Hey, would
Black
you like
Ops
to
4.
guess? Would you like to guess what the 6th best-selling game was for the year?
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
FIFA.
No. It wasn't FIFA.
Well, go on.
The 6th best-selling game on PS
Miles Morales.
in 2022 was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh no.
Still there.
Fucking damn it.
Cody,
Yeah.
this one is specifically targeted for you and your audience. Magic the Gathering is adding 2 new mechanics. And forgive me because they sound the exact same when I say them. Toxic and Corrupted.
Yes, sort of. So
If you say toxic to me, I'm thinking poisoned. You say corrupted to
Yeah.
me, I'm also thinking poison.
yes.
I'm not thinking poison for corrupted. I'm thinking like mentally
Cursed.
corrupt.
Well, so what it is
Yeah, cursed is good.
toxic gives you poison counters, and if you have 3 or more poison counters, you are corrupted.
Oh,
Well-
okay.
Mm,
So it is the
How-
same thing.
So Magic didn't have a poison mechanic already,
It was called infect before.
but is infect still a thing?
It hasn't been printed in a long time. Now things just give things poison counters. The difference between infect and toxic is toxic has a number behind it. So if it's like toxic 2, when you hit a player, they now get 2 poison counters instead of just if you get hit, you get a poison counter. And the whole thing is instead of the 20 life to die like normal, if you get 10 poison counters, you're dead. And you cannot get rid of them.
oh.
Sounds fun.
It's a little sub game within a game. They're also releasing a new card type called Battle that they have not revealed yet, but there is a card that they spoiled that has that card type in the text. So we don't
Hey.
know.
Sounds
What-
Speaking
terrible.
of these new card games, we should first off, we need to still talk about regionals and how we want to go about that. Secondly, the One Piece card game is out. I think we should look into it.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to play, but it looks like every card game out that is not Pokemon, Magic, or Yu-Gi-Oh. And I
Okay.
say that, but like if okay, you may not know if you don't like look at card games, but like every other card game will have like in one of the top corners there's going to be a thousands number, like a
Right.
2,000, whatever, and then a couple more numbers on the sides and the bottom, and then a giant fucking box of text. So that's
Yeah.
what these cards have, which is like every other card game. So I assume it's going to play like whatever else, but
So
just
why should
seems
we
like
look into that?
just seems like you guys all like one. Well, I guess I can't say that. Jordy and Cody, you like One Piece, so I'm down to try it. And except the Final Fantasy game, that game was sitting on a little bit different level. Wish we were still playing that. I digress. Let us move on.
Still have my deck. I said, hey, Devin, do you want to play that game? I brought it for the past 5 ICW shows, and you said,
I just pulled mine out. I was grabbing DC deck builder, opened up a deck box, Final Fantasy.
Well, bring it when you and Snow come next weekend.
Last of Us multiplayer is allegedly Naughty Dog's most ambitious game ever.
oh,
And we'll see.
that's always a good sign.
We'll see. Like, what the fuck are you about to do in Last of Us multiplayer?
Right.
It's about to be an MMO. Like, you're gonna live.
Watch it just be Dead by Daylight.
It's just gonna
But
be infected
Stop.
versus. Or the
Yeah, it's
infected
gonna be
mode.
Dragon Ball Z Breakers. There's a new Pokemon set announced. It's called the Pokemon Card 151 set. It's coming out in June with new EX starter decks coming out in July. Rainbow Rares gone from the Pokemon TCG, which is cool.
Thank God.
I don't. I have not liked Rainbow Rares since they came out.
Oh, we like Rainbow Rares.
I just don't like them. They're just silver. I want like the old full arts back would be amazing. Instead, we got the dumbass Rainbow Rares. I don't fuck with them. Goodbye. Good riddance. Fuck you.
I like some of the designs on the Rainbow Rares a lot.
Well, the thing is, the Rainbow Rares are the full arts, but they're just silver. Like that's it. So the designs, cool, whatever. But the the look just doesn't do it for me.
You guys got any Crown Zenith pre-order?
Nope. Comes out a couple days. I'm just gonna go find
2
some.
days, yeah.
Got my Pokemon Center one on the way.
I forgot, or I would have done that. So I'm sorry. I'm a bastard.
Pre-ordered mine at GameStop.
So, yeah. Well, every one of my friends got laid off recently. So in lieu of that, Microsoft saw that and they said we're also going to lay off 10,000 employees. So
Thanks
guys
for
are-
sticking with us, Microsoft.
you guys aren't the only ones. Xboxes and Bethesda's Starfield is going to have allegedly over 1,000 planets to explore, but it will not be seamless. You can't just fly to the planet's surface. I don't know what that means. I assume you're just going to fly into the atmosphere. Loading screen hits. You're going to land. I don't know.
Probably similar to how Destiny does it.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League apparently leaked on Reddit.
And it looks
and
just
the-
like fucking.
And the
Avengers.
screenshot. And the screenshot says there's a battle pass and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have hope. I hope it's not just like Avengers because that's what Gotham Knights is, and we don't need 3 of those.
No.
Well, Gotham Knights is a little different, honestly.
It's Avengers,
Um,
but they make you go out and explore the city a little.
Yeah, you have to. And hey, Gotham looks good.
It does.
Gotham really looks good. But I don't know. I do not want that from the game. If that's like the model we're going to with superhero games, like I'm already over it.
Yeah. Same.
Like it's cool for the team up game, like for one game. Like we can cool. You have one team up game doing that. Not every, especially if like Marvel did it. DC's like, everybody hated this game. We should do it too.
Right.
And
It's
I like
almost like they don't fucking learn from the mistakes of other developers.
right.
What?
And this is coming from somebody who liked Avengers, but there's no replayability. Like
There's
once
no reason for that to have a battle pass.
I was done, I'm just done. Tanahashi renewed his New Japan contract,
Oh.
Makes sense.
and since Cody and Chango are wearing the same exact shirt, except one is African American and one is Caucasian, Deadpool DLC is coming soon to Midnight Suns.
Oh shit.
Yes, soon.
Oh.
That's cool.
Gonna be 4 characters coming. Deadpool, Morbius,
Ugh.
Venom. You get to play as Venom.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Look,
And Storm, which is gonna be cool because no spoilers. Sorry,
Venom or
Venom.
in the game?
Yeah,
Venom?
I don't know. I don't know how far are you in the game.
I
fought
just
Venom yet?
met Sabretooth and Wolverine.
It's further
So
than me.
you've beaten Venom.
Yeah.
In the tower, in the bell tower.
I have.
Well,
I've beaten
whatever. So
I beat him and then saw Spider-Man. And then
yeah, if you've seen Spider-Man, so Spider-Man's talking like whole game about how we can save Eddie. So it's cool that he's gonna be there.
I really like Spider-Man's whoever's playing Spider-Man. I think he's did a really good job.
You know who the voice that really like I grew to really enjoy in the game is Tony Stark's.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
he started to really sound like Robert Downey Jr. as the game went on.
Honestly, the voice acting in that game is not bad.
No,
Which is
I like
good.
it. I hated it.
Very
I hated it.
story-driven game.
I hated it at first because like it just looked like everything was off and it was real cartoony. But
Mhm.
like the graphics as the game went on, I don't know if I got used to them or they just like they really got better, the character models.
Probably just got used to him.
Maybe.
See, like I looked at it and didn't think it was too cartoony at the beginning. I just thought it looked good, like right away.
Hey, the game, fucking game's great. Love the game.
Yeah,
Love the game.
I need to get deeper into it.
And last bit of news as we roll into something else, just to keep it on your brains for later in the show. The Cons, for sure. I heard Tonith Khan say it today. He's definitely interested in buying the WWE. I heard it from his beady little voice.
There's no way that happens, though.
No way it happens. I don't believe it for a second, but
But imagine,
interested in it, sure.
imagine if it did.
It would be so funny. Like, listen, I guess we can talk about it more. I hope I don't forget to say it, but go on. Whoever's Jacob's Power Hour.
Hey,
Whatever, lead us into it. Somebody else's news. I'm all over the place. Sorry.
I got a story to tell you guys.
Let's hear
So
it.
in a week, okay. we got Optic. They dropped Dashy because his attitude sucked. They picked up Hook off of wherever. Little suspect, but whatever. They played, I think, at the qualifiers last weekend. They beat Boston, and you know what? Scump was like, "Nah, I'm out of here, brother. That's it for me." So Scump decided to call it quits on his Call of Duty career and move on to content creating. And then you know what? Optic was like, "Hey man, Dashy, come on back."
Come on back, Bubba.
So yeah, Scump is now retired. The king has fallen. So good
He
luck in
hasn't fallen.
retirement.
He stepped down.
No, Modern Warfare made him quit.
You think so?
Yeah,
Sad.
but yeah,
That's sad. Listen, Scump. I miss when Scump was creating content. When he used to create content all like every day. He's such a fun dude to watch. I think he's gonna do great in whatever he decides to do. Love Scump. He's the fucking greatest Call of Duty player of all time.
yeah. All the big men are hanging it up. So
It's so weird. Scump was like the last one. You know what I mean?
pretty much.
I
Yeah.
What do you say, Devin?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, so take like
I've seen one great Call of Duty player, and he's on this podcast.
Cody?
like
No,
Genie.
Mm-hmm.
the Beast Snow.
But no, take like. Remember when Undertaker and all them stopped wrestling all the time, and it was
Yeah.
like the end of the era.
Yeah.
It's like that, but for
Okay.
people like Call of Duty.
Well, I'm here for you.
I appreciate
So
that.
speaking of that, Modern Warfare 2 Season 2 was delayed till February
Yay.
15th. It's going to
Cool.
bring a resurgence mode to Warzone. Ooh. There's going to be some changes in looting and loadouts, and it's going to bring ranked play. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I got all my guns gold, so I don't know. Maybe I'm working on. I got 3 platinum guns, so whatever. We'll see if I come back or not. You guys
Stop.
know
Guns gold. Stop carrying.
Frankie Munoz, or or known to most people as Malcolm, who was in the middle,
was in
starting
the
his
middle.
NASCAR career. You guys see that?
Did see
No, but hell
That-
yeah.
That bump he took on his head really fucking did him.
that. Yeah, no, he's a NASCAR driver now.
Good for him, man.
It
Hey,
will make me watch NASCAR just as much as I do now.
March 8th, I think is what it said. Full integration of Discord on PlayStation.
Yep, finally.
About fucking time.
I thought they already did that.
Nope.
No.
They did it for
Hey.
Xbox,
Yeah,
but yeah, PlayStation March 8th.
yeah, that's
Cool.
so fucking nice. Like that makes me so much happy. So happy.
good.
One day before 420, April 19th, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always special will be premiering on Netflix. It's 30th anniversary special. It's gonna
Okay.
come reunite with some of the the past Power Rangers, like Billy, David Yost, Walter Jones, Zach, Black Ranger, and the voice of Rita Repulsa.
The voice.
Okay.
So
Hell yeah. I
there's
did,
a
man.
trailer in there, and it looked like the Green Ranger was in there. So we'll see if JDF will make an appearance or not. But yeah,
Oh, so they have to. I would like to think they have to do something.
yeah.
Give them a nod somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to end with this one because it's very controversial nowadays, more than ever. According to Amazon, we love Amazon here, right? Hogwarts Legacy is the #1 selling game on Steam and PS5, and #2 on Xbox for pre-orders.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I saw the day-night cycle today. Boys, it looked like I was watching a time lapse just of the outside, of the outdoors.
Like Devin said,
Uh,
hey, there's a time to fight a war, and there's a time, just to not. So
There is something that I wanted to talk about, but I can't seem to find the thing I said.
Velma, I just saw a commercial for it, is the worst show ever.
Yeah,
Oh
the,
my God,
of all
it's
the
so
worst,
bad.
the worst piece of media of all time.
Worse than
Is-
that Dragon Ball movie, right?
Yeah, that's what it says. Listen, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't give a shit about Scooby Doo. I have seen a couple jokes, not funny at all. I don't think Mindy Kaling's funny, at all.
So apparently she turned fucking
Mindy
Velma
Kaling,
into,
Amy Poehler, same,
into like this
same unfunny to
crazy
me.
feminist, which is fine. Like feminism's cool. I'm cool with equality. Not saying that. I'm saying she turned her into like a radical feminist, and then turned Daphne into like a fucking mean girl, and then took like the potheadness of Shaggy away. Scooby's not even in the goddamn show. Like,
This doesn't deserve to be in the Shadow Knows segment, so I'm gonna say I watched Velma after watching The Last of Us. It's
Is it bad?
fine.
fine.
Listen. This guy has a tattoo that literally reads PMA. All right. Every day, all day.
Fine. It's
If he says fine, it means
it's
It's
not
not
good.
terrible.
It's not good. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life, but it's fine.
Would you
I'm not
watch
gonna-
it again?
No.
There you go.
I wouldn't watch it once. Like I had no
Yeah.
desire anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they tried too hard to be funny in it, and I don't know. It's just
Mindy Kaling's not funny.
she wasn't even good in The
not.
Office.
I don't even know who the. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I wish to God she was funny. I do.
I do
but
too.
she's like of the women comedians that people are like, oh, laugh at these fucking people. They're funny. Her and Amy Poehler make me sick.
Amy
Yeah.
Schumer?
Yeah.
Maybe. Who's Amy Poehler? Why is that name sticking out to me?
That's also somebody, but
She's in Parks and Rec, I think.
It's
Amy-
definitely Amy Schumer. Now that you say that,
Amy
Yeah.
Poehler? I've never heard such a name.
Never heard of.
I think it's like Pohler.
Pollard?
no,
Oh,
Amy
Poehler.
Poehler. Amy Poehler is funny. So Amy Poehler's funny. It's Amy Schumer who's
Not,
disgustingly not funny.
Yeah.
which is
Wow,
crazy
she-
because she stole most of her jokes and still is not funny.
Because she has no
She's old
delivery.
as shit. Yeah, like Dane Cook. He stole all his jokes, they say. Fucking
Nah.
hilarious.
Dane Cook's still good.
That's what I'm saying. He's
He
funny. I don't
looks
give a
fucking-
shit.
he looks-
Steal all the jokes you want. When you do them like he does, it's fine.
I do have a quick bit of news.
Give it to us, Daddy. I mean, Cody. I mean, Daddy.
Big balls.
It's actually great news for D&D players. The community won.
Again?
Yes.
Go on.
They put out a big statement today saying that on or before Friday the 20th, there will be a new proposed OGL documentation for review and feedback that they are not doing anything with until after the survey that they're doing. They're keeping it up for 2 weeks. They want enough feedback to actually get feedback, and then they will do stuff. They said it's going to be just like the Unearthed Arcana playtest material. They release it for a little while, let people talk about it, get everything back about it, and then they'll move on from there.
Hey, big win. Big win.
Oh.
They're also losing still.
Also, all of the changes that they will make to the original gaming license, they said that they will at least not do anything to these following things. Your video content says whether you are a commentator, streamer, podcaster, live play cast member, or other video creator on platforms like YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, you have always been covered by the Wizards fan content policy. The OGL does not and won't touch any of this.
Yep.
Your accessories for owned content. No changes to the OGL will affect your ability to sell minis, novels, apparel, dice, and other items related to your creations, characters, and worlds.
Good.
Non-published works, for instance, contracted services. You use the OGL if you want to publish your works that reference 5th edition content through the SRD. That means commissioned work, paid DM services, consulting, and so on are not affected by the OGL. VTT content, I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing virtual tabletop. Okay. So any updates to that will still allow any creator to publish content on VTTs and will still allow the VTT publishers to use OGL content on their platform. Anything released on the DMs Guild will still be under the contracts of the DMs Guild, so nothing will be touched there. Any OGL 1.0A content will not be touched, and it will stay your license forever. They are not going after any royalties or financial reporting requirements or anything like that. And then you will continue to own your content with no license back requirements.
Good. So they backtracked on everything they said they were going to.
Literally everything.
They are still about to fuck up morally. Would you like to know why?
They are.
Would you like to know how they're about to fuck up royally, Cody?
Boy, would we.
Yeah.
They're about to start trying to charge $30 a month for D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Boy, that would make me steal so much more from them.
I did see that they lost something like 40,000 subscribers.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
I didn't subscribe,
So hey, just like with Sonic, when you piss off a community, it does not work well for you. So
It's a little bit different than the Sonic gimmick, but yeah, I'm with you.
A little bit, but
people just didn't like Sonic's shoes in this.
No, dude, his model was just fucking weird.
Yeah, it was atrocious.
The
world won on that one.
But they did walk back on a lot of things. But then, like on the Magic side, there was a lot of people close to them that
Like,
every set they put out these surveys that are like, hey, what do you like and dislike about the game? Well, they said that those surveys they will never actually read. They don't plan to read them. They don't take any feedback from them whatsoever. The only reason that there is a written comment part of the survey is so that way they can't send people to them in like emails and twit threads and shit like that. So that way it's not a nuisance to them and they can easily filter it out.
Yeah.
Hey, my place of employment sends out daily kind of feedback and surveys saying, "Hey, how are you feeling today? How do you feel about work today?" And
I'm sure they listen to all of them.
They just do that to make us feel like they care. So
Yeah,
basically,
they don't read those.
No, they just want people to feel like they have some voice because they're never going to listen. I believe the big I have it here. The big things that people have been quoting from them. We don't care about actual feedback. We're making the next version of the rules, not our customers. What we do care about is that they will be positively received. Also said that they don't want armchair gamers thinking that they know more about the game.
We literally do know more about the game.
Well, that seems like somebody made that up to paint them in a bad light.
You would think, but it's like bigger people that have no reason to lie.
Yeah, well, anybody like who says that has no reason to say it. Like they just want to like stir up shit.
Yeah, I'm not 100%.
That seems like wildly unbelievable because if that got out, like you found out it was really one of them, like that's just going to do worse for him. So there's no way, even like internally, nobody's sending those emails to each other. They may text it to each other.
Yeah, they might say it in person,
in private. Well, yeah, that's what they're saying. That it wasn't any emails or anything like that. These are just conversations that they have.
Well, here's the thing: if they don't listen to us, there are plenty, and I mean plenty, of other tabletop systems to go to.
Well, and I think some of those, like I'm
100% thinking about doing my next campaign in Pathfinder 2.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure like Paizo and a few of them are still considering going ahead with new systems and saying fuck 5e anyway.
We're about to run Naruto D&D on that.
The big reason I am not the biggest reason that I probably won't run my next campaign in Pathfinder 2 is because I don't want to make other people have to learn it.
For the most part, Pathfinder 2 is pretty interchangeable. The only real thing that
you and I have played the exact same amount of Pathfinder 2, unless you've played again since then.
There's somebody that wanted me to try and learn it for them. It's the combat is a lot different, and
Combat's different, and like
the actual
Pathfinder
character.
2 is much different than 5e. Pathfinder
Yeah.
1 isn't.
I guess that's fair.
But I don't know. If I had a group of people that had all the books for Pathfinder 2 and et cetera, you know what I mean, and already knew how to play, and we just chose to play 5e, I'd be playing Pathfinder 2 next campaign.
Yeah.
But for me to have, first of all, I'd have to learn Pathfinder 2. And then I'd have to get people that don't play any other tabletop systems to learn fucking Pathfinder. Which means that I'd have to get them to buy Pathfinder 2.
Tsunami.
So, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
What?
I know you saw that.
I did.
So hey, man, we'll take the win whenever we can.
Yeah, we'll take the win.
So I say at work all the time.
Yeah, you know what I say?
Dub right there.
Wish I was at home.
I wish I was. Let's move into the gym, hit a couple sets here, and Jake's Power, what are we playing?
We are playing The Last of Us. I've restarted it. Have you all played Last of Us? Devin, I know you have.
Oh yeah, I beat the shit out that game.
Snow, have you played The Last of Us?
I have.
I bought a PS4. Came with Last of Us. I played it.
Cody, I'm surprised you haven't played it.
I've seen videos somewhat on it, and it looks cool.
It is one of the better, probably one of the best Sony exclusives of all.
I mean, I would say
not
like
exclusive anymore, but
I would almost go so far as to say like it's a top 10 story game of all time.
yeah, top 10 story game of all time. I'm not going to get too spoilery because obviously we're going to talk about The Last of Us and the Shadow Knows. But I've played about the same amount that it gets into in the show, and god damn it, it's so good. It's so good. The game itself is just fantastic. I've beaten it before. I could gush about the game 100 times over. If you haven't played it, it's literally free. Just go play it. Like, it doesn't cost money. You
even get a
turn on your PlayStation.
free trial on PS5 right now, even like.
And that's that's of the remastered ones, right? But you can play the original ones on there.
The remaster PS4 version is free to own.
Okay.
You can just go play the entire game. If you want to, you can play the Last of Us Part 1, which is the remake, for PS5 for 2 hours trial, just to try it out. I'm not going to get the Last of Us Part 1 because I have the Last of Us remaster. It's a little different, but like,
I mean, it hardly.
Yeah, it's not like if
it's so like it goes from like what 1080p to
4K.
4K.
Oh, not even because the PS4 remaster goes up to 4K.
No, fuck. So like no different.
Yeah, I think it's remade for the PS5.
Yeah, it was like a remaster or whatever.
So like, obviously, if you want to spend the money, feel free to go buy the game. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to. But if you don't want to spend the money and you want to play a fucking awesome game with a fantastic story, then check it out. You will not be disappointed. 10 out of 10, honestly. 10 out of 10 game.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah. 10 chongos out of 10.
I don't give out many 10 out of 10s. But that one in The Witcher, yep. For sure.
Devin, you been playing anything?
Did I talk about Gotham Knights last week?
You did.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm in that weird area where I've started like
Knights.
3 or 4 games. And I'm just slowly playing through all of the games that I'm playing right now, while also still playing Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I said what I was. So just a refresher if I didn't say it last week. So you can like there are a whole bunch of different stories, and like I don't know what the main story is aside from Batman's dead, must figure out why. Um, and it seemed to be the Harley Quinn one, but I don't know if that's the case anymore. So right now I'm embroiled in the Harley Quinn storyline, Mr. Freeze storyline, a Clayface storyline, and a Court of Owls storyline.
Oh, that's
Like
a
I'm doing them all at once. I go out and do like one mission for each of them every patrol, along with taking out everything else I can.
right.
Um, I did the Mr. Freeze boss fight.
How was
Hey,
that?
these health bars fucking big.
Are they?
Fucking oh yeah. Mr. Freeze's was. He's the only boss I fought so far though.
Oh, that's fair.
But yeah, it was huge. So I mean it's still fun. I'm playing as Robin. I haven't even tried Batgirl or Red Hood. I've been enjoying the Robin gameplay that
Robin's
much.
fun.
He's like my type of like I like the stealth in and out.
Hmm.
I like
I
it.
think once I finish with the Harley Quinn shit that I'm doing right now, because I'm in Arkham Asylum right now. Doing the
So
first part of Harley Quinn shit.
you ain't played much at all.
I haven't. I really haven't. I was grinding the 2K a lot last week, and
Mm-hmm. Still doing that.
I'm not doing it as much, but yeah, same. But I'm as Batgirl right now in the gimmick, the fucking you know what I'm talking about, Arkham. I think I'm gonna switch to Nightwing afterwards though, because so far that I've played as. So yeah,
Yeah, man. It's a fun game. Story mode is fun. I probably did, but somebody joined me as the Red Hood in one of the Mr. Freeze missions, and like
I don't remember hearing about this.
it had to be a while ago that I did this before the last podcast. Anyway, dude joined me as in the Mr. Freeze mission as Red Hood. I'm playing as Robin, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm stealthing through. I'm stealthing to take all of the guards out so more don't show up and I can just leave the area.
Right.
This motherfucker just runs in, doesn't even fucking attack anybody, just runs out in front of everybody, starts getting his ass beat. So like I kill everybody and I just stop. I stop right next to his character and I boot him from the fucking game. Like, and I'm on private from now on because I'm not doing this shit again, bro. I was so fucking mad. I'm like, I'm about to just kill all these people and move on. He said, "No, you're not."
About to kill a bunch of people and then move on.
He said, "I'm about to fuck that up for everybody."
Cody,
Yeah,
you
so
been
Gotham
playing
Knights
anything?
Been playing a lot of 2K.
That's cool.
When the 2K servers were down yesterday, I played a little bit of God of War Ragnarok. A lot of Marvel Snap.
I ain't played that in a minute.
I haven't either.
I don't think I've been
I'm
playing
terrible.
anything
Hey,
else.
I'm terrible with mobile games.
I am too.
Oh,
Especially
really?
especially when I'm unemployed, because there's no reason for me to play them.
That's fair.
I just enjoy them and then I forget I have them. Like I still have Marvel Snap. I just ain't played it.
Go.
So I also bought Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Haven't
That's
played
my
it.
boy. That's my
I've also
good
bought
boy.
Midnight Suns, and I've been
Yes,
playing
you have.
that.
I'm intrigued. I'm ready to hear this.
So I have advanced all the way up to where I meet the Wolverine and Sabretooth. After Faustus, you know. And then the story, Devin wasn't lying. The story is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's nice, you know, getting to know all about the Midnight Suns and you know, being friends with, you know, a couple of the Avengers. What's going on with Bruce Banner? We'll find out, I guess.
I do love the character creation of the game as well. Making the Hunter, or his name's the Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or her. Could be
Or her.
I picked the girl.
Well, I like that there is no gender. You just make them however to look. You could give them a beard with a feminine body style, and then manly voice.
I really thought like if you picked a male or female, like whichever one you picked, I really thought like you could like get boyfriends or girlfriends in the game because like once you become friends with them, like you guys like you straight up start flirting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like there's no doubt about it. They're like I like being alone as long as I'm alone with you and shit like
Oh,
that.
wow.
And
Wow.
Magic's like I don't like people, but I really like you.
Damn. So
Yeah, so I was like, are Magic and the Hunter about to become an item?
but there's no romance options.
No romance.
Lame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's pretty
just
cool
to
that
get
you
you
can,
ready.
level up your friendships, whatever, with all these people. So I enjoy that part.
Yeah, I got I maxed out all the friendships I could up until like you're really unable to do any friendships anymore.
Did at first I was like, the card aspect to it, I was like, might not be something that I would enjoy, but you know what? After playing it, I enjoy.
Yeah,
very
Yeah.
much.
The more I play it, the more I like it.
And I like that everybody gets the 8-card deck,
Yeah.
right? And you don't have to synergize with the other ones, but like you get the 8-card deck, it ends up being a 24-card deck based on your 3 characters. Just a big fan. I didn't really like go into it looking for synergy or anything. I just went with like what I thought were good pieces. I took
tell you, my
Hunter.
least favorite
I took the
person.
Hunter on every mission.
Yeah. My least favorite person to play with is Doctor Strange.
I fucked with Doctor Strange.
I like
Once
Doctor Strange.
you upgrade Doctor Strange's cards, his cards add power to the cards in your hand.
I guess I haven't played, and I probably haven't played enough to where actually. Yeah.
Doctor Strange, I think, really good support card.
I really enjoy Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's fun.
Ghost Rider's fucking fun. Ghost Rider does so much damage. I hadn't even got to like the Scarlet Witch fight yet, and I'm doing like possibly. You don't do it all the time, but you can do like thousands of points of damage with Ghost Rider.
Damn. I really fuck with the banter between Hunter as well.
With Hunter and who?
Blade.
Oh yeah, yeah. They like ended up being best friends at the end.
Yeah.
The game's so fucking fun and cool, and yeah.
Right now, I don't.
And there's not a game quite like it out now.
Mm-mm.
I'll probably pick it
So,
up eventually.
what's her face? Chick with the staff.
Nico?
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, she's just. I don't take her on anything at the moment.
The only problem, so like I like her. I think she's cool if her cards are like powered up enough, or depending on what you're doing, because her cards are like random, so she's hard to take.
Yeah.
But if you're dropping like a Witchfire that does like 133 damage when it's maxed out, it's not too bad because it'll recast until, like up to 4 times if you knock something out. Have you unlocked the ability to modify cards yet?
Like.
Or add, you can eventually you will pull cards from the Gamma Coils with mods on them. And alternatively, if you do the research, if you've unlocked that research, you unlock a thing in the Crucible in the training area where you can modify cards. Where you pay some essence and you get to add like an extra ability almost. Like you can add sometime, and it's random, at least it seems random when I was doing it. But like some cards you can add quick or like, plus 20% damage, stuff like that.
I don't think so. I think I can, combine cards or whatever. Is that?
Yeah, that's how you upgrade them.
So yeah.
There's a
lot like a
ton of stuff to
roguelite.
do. There's a ton of stuff to do.
It's
No,
not
Cody,
like
it's not a
roguelite at all.
roguelite, Cody.
At all.
Stop.
Not at all.
Just saying.
But yeah,
Sounds
enjoyable.
a lot like Slay the Spire without the randomness.
Well, don't you like have to go back to the beginning of Slay the Spire over?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes it a roguelite.
You don't do that in all this game.
Even
Well,
like the fights are great. I enjoy the fights.
The fights are great. I like then so like you go into it thinking there's not a lot you can do in the fights, but
No,
there's
there ends up being a lot to fucking do.
there's so much you can do in the fights. Like so much you can like everything in the arena is like usable. You might have to pay a heroic whatever essence ability whatever to use something, but like it's all there. You can knock people off every part of the thing. When you I don't know if you've unlocked it yet, but eventually like when you can move base so like you have one base movement per game. Yeah, and depending on your character, you can move more, or you have more moves. But you can bump into people. Like if you're fighting minions, you bump into a minion, knock them into another minion, they both die. And like without wasting an attack, without wasting card play. So much to do. It's really fun. I like it. It'd be
Very
cool for his multiplayer.
very strategic. So I enjoy it. I'm gonna have to give it an 8.1.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how long the game is, but I don't know where I'm at. Am I like not even halfway or?
Devin, how long is the game?
So I don't think the story is that long. Because once I like so I 100% of the game. I did everything. You can do as many side missions as you want before you do the main missions.
Right.
I don't if you just run through the main missions like in your high enough level, I don't think it would take that long.
Because
According to howlongtobeat.com, it is 33 hours for the main story.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all.
it seems
At least doing the
long.
main missions. So and
The main
I don't
story.
know. I don't know because I was just doing everything anyway. But if you're out like exploring the grounds, it'll take you a while.
Yeah,
For me.
each character though, great. The voice acting is great for each character. Their their backstory, characteristics and all that. Fantastic, love it. Beautiful game. Can't wait to beat it. Can't wait to beat Pokemon Silver too. Still grinding out the Elite Four.
Grind it.
I'm almost there.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's go beat into the Shadow Realm. See what the Shadow knows this week.
The shadow knows.
So I got another little bit of a different one this week. It's not a board game, not a show, not anything like that. It is an event that happens twice a year. It is called GDQ, or Games Done Quick. They do one in the summer, one in the winter. They just finished up the one in the winter 3 days ago. What it is it is a showcase for speedrunners.
Yep.
They have all kinds of different categories. It's anything from like 100% no glitches to any percent major glitches allowed, whatever. They have all kinds of stuff. They have like speedrun races where they have 2 to 4 people that are all on screen at the same time doing the same exact speed run and seeing who can win. It's crazy to watch these things, man. Like,
I had a buddy that commentated one of those.
oh, that's right. Fuck, what was this?
Donnie.
What's this? Yeah,
This Donnie, he commentated during the Pokemon
the
Thousand Nights of Fright or whatever speedrun.
okay, the Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Love that game.
that's the thing, man. Like the games that get speed ran are wild. Like obviously there are some for like Zelda, Mario, the bigger titles, Metroid, Metal
Was
Gear,
Elden Ring
stuff
done
like
this
that.
game this time?
Let me look. I'll have to look and see if they did. I'm not sure.
I'm not a fan of most of the Elden Ring speedruns anyways.
Most of the I normally don't like watching the glitch ones. I mean, I know they take a lot of planning and practice and skill to do, but I don't know. I'm not real big
I
on
think it takes
watching
more
things
skill to
that
just play the game.
see now I wouldn't say that because some of these you have to be like super fucking precise. And if you aren't, then you're not getting it.
All right.
Doesn't it look like Elden Ring was done this year? But I mean, they have stuff like Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced, 80% unrestricted on PC, beat the entire game in an hour and 23 minutes.
That's crazy.
The entirety of Cuphead, 300% done in an hour and 12 minutes. Like, it's wild the shit that they do. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4, 80% beat in 38 minutes. Like, could you imagine picking up a game and then just being like, oh, all right, then beat the whole thing in 30 minutes?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
$70 game.
Well, but it takes a lot of time to do that. Fucking the first skate, X Games percent, I don't know what that is, 45 minutes.
And you have to get to X Games.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I assume.
I guess that would make sense.
X Games is the last big tournament.
Okay. But like it's just so cool to watch these. Because even like, okay, Super Mario Galaxy 2, 80% race, 3 hours and 3 minutes. Like some of them definitely take some time, and it's even cool to watch those because they're just it's more optimization at that point of like how they're basically parkouring video games. How do I get from point A to point B as quick as humanly possible and do all this kind of stuff. It's been super cool to watch. And it's a charity event. The whole thing so the ones in the summer are always Doctors Without Borders, and then the ones in the winter are always the Prevent Cancer Foundation. This whole thing all just started in January 2010. That was for a different event when that started. But for the first event, well, the first one that started, they raised $10,532, which is quite a bit for something that nobody's really heard of. Just this past weekend, they raised $2.672 million.
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
Crazy.
Last summer for Summer Games Done Quick, they raised a little over $3 million. The most they've ever raised was last year for Awesome Games Done Quick, which is the winter one, and that was $3.4 million. Normally they are done in person, which is kind of cool because you'll have the speedrunner and then you'll have people on a couch behind them that kind of
Explain what's going on.
help explain it, and that's what Nastani was doing. Because a lot of the times they take such precise movements that you literally cannot talk. Like if you talk, you're gonna fuck yourself up and you're gonna lock yourself out of a game or whatever. So they have people on the couch who are like, oh hey, so this is a strat that we've all done in practice, and this is what it does, and this is how you do this.
They're way better at it than I am.
Yeah.
I used to watch Nastani stream because he does the speedruns too for 1,000 or the game.
Most of the commentators also run the game.
Right. He could beat it. He was I think he was top 10 in the world for it.
Yeah.
So he was outside of the top 5 or whatever. I know he was right outside of top 5 from being able to actually compete.
That's cool. I mean, it's just I don't know, man. It's fascinating.
And he did it while talking and streaming.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if he was able to just sit in his own room and do it without anybody, he might be able to get up there. I don't know.
I don't think he was also in college, too.
Yeah, so it probably wasn't a big priority.
No. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but last I heard he was in college for, audio engineering or some shit like that. So, definitely not what he was planning on doing with his life, but, just something he enjoyed doing type deal.
Yeah. But the in-person events were always cool because they had an actual audience behind them. So anytime something happened or they got a big strategy that actually paid off and went through with them, everybody cheering in the background and going nuts for it, and it was really cool. The past couple have been virtual, which is still kind of cool because it allows people that can't fly out to wherever it is still be able to compete and show and do all these things.
Right.
But they do a lot of raffles. There's a lot of companies that give to these things that are here's a signed poster print of a Breath of the Wild concept art. If you donate $5, you're put into this raffle. And there's people that crochet. I think last year they crocheted Spyro the Dragon, and it was just a big ass Spyro the Dragon that was part of the raffle. They do all kinds of cool shit for it. But there's also donation goals along the way of hey, here's a game that can be run if we hit this certain donation amount. So if you want to see this game played, get up to this and we'll get it. Or you can donate to pick like this is going to be the character's name, or this is the character that we're choosing, or what run we're doing, all this kind of stuff. For SSX, there was a bonus on doing the non-race tracks. But I mean, that whole game was finished in 30 minutes.
It's crazy.
Like, it's just, I don't know. The community is awesome. It's really cool to watch. And just about any game now you can find on there. Call of the Lamb was a speed run for this year. Like, I don't know. It's something that I started watching the year after my mom passed away because they were doing a Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, which they still do to this day. But I was watching that because it was her favorite game to watch, so I just saw that and was like, oh, I wonder what this is, and I've been watching it ever since. But Zelda Breath of the Wild in 29 minutes. No glitches, just straight up beating the game.
Oh yeah, because you can technically
go to
jump into
Ganondorf
the
or
fight
whatever.
whenever you want. Yeah.
Ridiculous. But I mean, they do all kinds of randomizers and stuff like that. Like this year was a Pokemon Emerald randomizer, which was cool. They've had a couple of
type deal where they just race to see who can beat it first.
Yeah, a few years ago, I don't know if they still do it, but they have this thing called Tazbot, which is a that Rob Nintendo robot.
Yeah.
They can like program it to do stuff inside of a Nintendo system. Like the one year they pulled up Twitch chat on a Nintendo. It was weird shit like that, but they try and do all kinds of like showcasey things of like, hey, here's the things that can happen. But it's really cool. If you ever have a chance to watch it, all their VODs are always up like the day after. It's just, I don't know. It's something interesting to watch and go like, man, it took me like a year and a half to beat this game and they did it in 10 minutes.
And it's for a good cause.
And it's for a very good cause. But yeah, so that is my thing.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, Bubba.
Hey, let's talk about The Last of Us. Episode number 1 on HBO Max.
Cody, have we seen it?
Nope.
You might want to plug your ears.
I don't care. You can spoil whatever.
I'd be like, did you play Last of Us? But you didn't, so.
Nope.
So even though we all knew, well, for me, I already knew what was going to happen at the beginning.
Still cried.
Still, like, got me.
Still cried.
They made out Sarah to, they wanted you to care about Sarah, of course, and like they acted like she was going to be the main person throughout the whole show. And then,
the girl that played her did such a good job playing her too.
Yeah,
I like as Joel's carrying her, I'm thinking like it sucks she's only in this episode.
I know.
But she did a really good job of being Sarah for that.
Cody,
time.
do you mind if we tell you what happened?
Cody has to, like, you have to know.
Okay, so spoiler alert for anybody in the podcast that hasn't watched or played The Last of Us. First of all, it's been out for like 10 years, so go play it or watch it, whatever. So basically, the first like 10 minutes or the first like half an hour of the game and the show are basically the exact same thing. There's like some minor changes. But the biggest thing is it shows Joel, who's the main protagonist, and his daughter the day before the outbreak starts.
Okay.
And in the show, they did a really good job at foreshadowing exactly how the outbreak started. Wheat.
Okay.
And they showed like a bunch of people eating like biscuits and cookies and bread, and there was a bunch of reasons why they hadn't eaten any of it because they didn't have any of it. But so in the first episode, it goes through. She goes to school. It's her dad's birthday, so she goes to get the clock fixed. Blah 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 blah. And the ending of this little prelude is they're all trying to escape because they're fucking zombies and nobody knows what the fuck's going on. And first of all, there are like 3 or 4 scenes ripped straight from the show or from the game that were done so masterful. But the at the end of it, they're all like they're running out. They're in this field. Joel is carrying his daughter to get away from from the zombie because she hurt her leg or her ankle in a car accident. So he's carrying her, trying to get away from the zombie. You hear a shot, and you see that there's a U.S. military that kills the zombie, right? And he's holding his daughter, and he's like, "How'd you get that? How'd you get that injury?" Talking about the one on Sarah's ankle, and he was like, we're not sick, we're fine. We're not sick, we're fine." And he keeps saying it, and the military guy goes back to his commander and is like talking about the injury, blah blah, and he says, "You sure?" And again, straight from the show, and then you see a shot. Joel falls down into a ditch, loses Sarah, and he goes. The military guy comes up to Joel, goes to shoot, but Joel is Tommy Joel's brother or just a friend that they
Brother.
Okay. So Joel's brother
think,
comes up, shoots.
right?
I think so. I think so. Either way.
We'll see.
Either way,
We
comes up.
we know.
Yeah, shoots the military guard in the head, and you pan over and you see Sarah bleeding out from the shot from the military. And it's just so fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
sad.
And this was in the show. It's 2003, but I think in the game it's 2013, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go to modern day 2023.
Mhm.
They end up in Boston. Everything's like a dystopian wonderland.
Yeah.
Um,
They show Joel like throwing dead bodies into a fire pit.
Well, before they get there,
Oh, that little
and
kid was so
they have a
bad,
little
too.
boy walking up to the Boston gate.
Yep.
they
And-
they tested him for the virus, and they're like,
was
we're gonna give you all the toys you can play with, whatever food you want to eat, and then it shows Joel putting the dead kid in the pit.
They give him a shot.
Yeah.
So
It just shows like it's definitely setting up to show how devastating it is, which is very exciting for people that like the games.
Yeah.
Because this game is devastating.
and
The
then
story, both the games are fucking.
I haven't played the second one yet, but yeah, we get to meet the Fireflies and Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie and Bella Ramsey's playing Ellie so fucking. Everybody that was like trying to shit on her, fuck you.
Yeah, she's not
Why
American
would
either.
you shit on her? She was my favorite. She was my favorite character in Game of Thrones.
Bruh,
Like, what is there to shit on her about?
They said she didn't look enough like Ellie.
Oh my fucking god! Okay.
I think she looks just fine.
I think she looks great. She looks like a young fucking kid. Like, and we got the main actress that played Ellie as supporting her. So, like, you gonna go against the one that actually played her?
Is that
Yeah.
the character that Ashley Johnson played?
So
And
they're
Ashley Johnson's actually in the show as well.
Is she? That's cool.
She plays Ellie's mom.
So Joel
That's
is trying to find out where Tommy is because he hasn't checked back in for a couple days,
Mhm.
and the guy is
3
like,
days or something? No,
in-
3 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's 3 weeks. Normally, it's a couple days between
Yeah, whatever.
check-ins.
Normally it's
missing.
1 day.
1 day.
But-
Missing.
the guy says he's in Wyoming, which is pretty far from Boston.
Boston.
So Joel's like, we gotta get out of here, brother. So they try and set up a deal to get a battery, I think, right?
Yeah.
With-
Yeah, which I like that they're going for the battery route as we're trying to Sky.
And then
But the battery makes way more sense to a television audience.
the people who they did the deal with end up, dead.
Beating the shit out of his girlfriend first.
And then Marlene, is she the leader of
I
that?
don't know I don't remember if she's the leader or not, but that's actually the voice actress
right? She's like, we're trying to get Ellie out of here because she's pretty important. But we're not in the right state of physically to do that. So Joel, you're gonna have to do that.
Fireflies, Cody, for reference, they are a resistance group against the capital overlords. So like, they're like, yeah, they're like, there's a lot of fighting in the city and shit like that, and they're actually losing pretty badly. So
Okay.
Yeah, and so we start to see Joel and Ellie, come together, and then Ellie figures out that there's a radio broadcast to send messages, back and forth from Joel and the guy, and she figures out
Tricks
that's some trouble. Whatever.
no, she tricked him.
Yeah.
She tricked him to figuring out what 80 meant. What 80s music meant.
And then so they're leaving, going through the sewers and whatnot, or the underground. And then they come to the outside with the guy who's been trading, drug dealing with Joel.
Yeah.
And didn't end well for the guy because Joel.
I love that flashback part.
Joel killed him with his fists, pretty much.
Beat the shit out of him.
And that flashback was when Sarah saw him knock out the old woman, right?
No, the flashback was when
No,
he was
flashback
holding
was
Sarah,
yeah.
and the guard was aiming the gun at him.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then he starts attacking the guard.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna let it happen again because the guard scanned Ellie, saw what it was.
Oh no, that was before they found out. What happened?
No, it was before they found out, but the guard had scanned her, so he knew.
No, he didn't know yet because as soon as he went to scan, Ellie stabbed.
Oh, right. She stabbed. Yeah, my mistake.
Ellie stabbed him. He pulls out the gun. And he's like, "I'm about to fuck you up, bitch." And Joel's like, "You aiming a gun at me, so I'm fucking you up now." He just beats the shit out of him.
But it was a thing too where as he was like beating up the guard with his fists and all that, Ellie was just standing there like she's loving it. And then when Joel was like beating up the old woman, Sarah was like distraught and crying. So that was kind of a good callback too.
Big difference, yeah.
And Joel was like, "Do you have the virus? You good, brother?" It's like, no, it was just a few, whatever, a week or two ago.
3 weeks.
3 weeks ago that she was, bitten or whatever.
Yeah. So that Tess picked up the thing and it showed that she had the virus in her, but she had been bitten 3 weeks prior, and normally it only takes 24 hours at the max for it to start showing signs.
Yeah, because it shows a poster.
Yeah, I was about to say that when the kid's in there, when the kid walks in.
If you're bitten the ankle, it's up to 24 hours. If you're bitten on the wrist,
and if you're bitten the head or neck,
it's 5 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, and she was bitten the wrist, so it had definitely been, and it was like you could see that it was all, you know what I mean?
And then it shows, them leaving. Good pan up shot of Boston.
Did you guys see the clicker in the end sequence?
Against the wall?
No, on one of the buildings, just screaming out on one of the top of the buildings.
I missed it. So.
I watched it 2 times within 1 day of each other, and like I don't have anything bad to say about that. It's the best. First of all, best adaptation from a game I've ever seen, and secondly, the story in the game is so good that like.
Yeah, I think it's a great first episode because it takes you on a wild ride.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you all like, cool, this is gonna be a great show. Like in the beginning, and then you got the tragedy, and then you got like the sadness, and then you got like the hope, and so it takes you on a wild ride. So I'm gonna give it like a solid 8.8.
Yeah, solid 9 for me.
Hey, listen, I'm ready to lose my shit at the end.
Same.
You know,
Same.
I am.
I think that the changes that they made from the show or from the game to the show are done well and needed to be done. A lot of people are complaining because in the game, spores are how you get infected. So like when you're around the clickers, you have to wear a gas mask. But if it was a viral infection in real life, it just doesn't. It would just fucking get you. Like,
Yeah, they're
it
not
would
gonna have
get you.
spores in this game or show, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the beginning though, with them talking
grandma?
in the 1970s,
Oh yeah.
talking about like the virus,
Yeah.
almost kind of hit home a little bit,
And that's why they did it. That's why they did it.
saying
Absolutely.
So yeah, great show.
Oh yeah, man. I can't wait for the end. Like you know the part I'm talking about when like
Oh yeah.
you don't
Uh-huh.
you don't know what's about to happen, and then
It
that
happens.
happens.
Yep.
Like you're.
And
That's
that's why
gonna
I
be
started
so
replaying
good.
the game again. Like
That's
honestly,
gonna be so good.
the game is so good. The show is like apparently I've already committed to doing a second season to covering the second game.
Well, are they going to cover the whole game in the first season?
I don't know.
Well,
I
how
doubt
many
it.
how many episodes are
You
Nine.
know, it's probably fucking 8.
It's
Yeah.
9? Oh, Devin's
Yeah.
not gonna like this one.
But
I mean,
if they're an hour and a half,
I'm gonna
apiece-
like it.
if they're an
No, it's
hour and
not
a half
that 10.
apiece, I could see it covering the whole thing.
I mean, they're gonna have to
They'd have
like,
to
skip a little,
skip
but
a
but
also,
like, they can do it.
think about this. Is the thing about it is if you were to just put all the cutscenes from the Last of Us game, it's probably only about 10 hours.
Listen. I'm gonna give you my thought, and I think there's gonna be a season 2. I do think there's gonna be a season 2, and I'm gonna like. This is gonna be a slight spoiler, but not quite. I think season 1 is gonna go up to when Joel gets sick and Ellie has to go off. I think like big cliffhanger.
That would be a
is
good spot.
Joel gets sick.
That'd be a good
Back
spot.
you come back for season 2. You finish it off after that.
They have plenty of stuff they can do to
Yeah.
drag it
No,
out
yeah,
if they need to. So
Well, I know that.
No,
I
I
know
agree.
that the second game they had confirmed was going to be 2 seasons.
well, I better get on playing.
I would like them to get it all in season 1 because I don't want to wait fucking
Right.
2 years for season 2. Like that's
Oh,
stupid.
yeah, we know.
Would you, motherfucker? You want to wait 2 years to see like, and you know what's gonna happen? Like,
If they make it good, then yes, I will wait.
I'm okay. I will wait. I will wait.
we
I
don't
don't
have
want
no
to.
choice. Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
point.
want to.
You don't want to wait. Like, bro, we could be fucking dead by
Like
then.
Avatar 2.
I don't even care about Avatar at all. Like, there's no way. I didn't pay to see the first movie. I will not pay to see the second one.
I will not watch it.
James Cameron will be lucky if I see the second.
I saw it.
I know
It's
you did. You loved it.
It's fine. No, I didn't. I'd rather watch Mindy Kaling's.
No,
No.
okay. Hey. Let's talk some wrestling, yeah. Jay Briscoe unfortunately passed away in a car
Very
accident.
Yeah.
His 2 kids are still holding on.
Were they in the car with him?
Yeah.
Yes.
One
of them, like, I read this today. One of them is generally okay, just injuries. The other one read like she was a paraplegic,
No shit.
like she was going in for like.
Who else was in the
spinal
car with
surgery.
him?
I don't know.
Because I know there's 4 people.
It was him and Jay Briscoe. One other guy died. That's what everything says, or one other person. I don't say guy, and then his kids.
Yeah, his wife was not with him.
Well, that's lucky. I mean, not lucky, but you know what I mean. For the kids, at least they still have their mom. But
Dude
fuck,
wasn't
man.
even 40. I believe.
No.
38.
38.
His birthday's Mark
No,
Briscoe's
Mark's
birthday is
birthday's today.
Yeah, Mark's birthday's today. His is next week.
Yeah.
Man.
So he was about to be 39, which is
it's
crazy.
tough.
It is
It's
tough.
sad. It's very sad.
It's one of those.
I've always known, like, I've liked Jay Briscoe. Okay. But you don't like know how much you really cared about somebody. Like, even like offhand cared about him. Like, wow. I
never met the guy. I probably
really
never
did
would
care
have met
about
the
him.
guy. But like, he was just such a integral part of pro wrestling. Like
He was like, I mean, literally one of my favorite parts of ROH, especially in like the
the
post,
prime of ROH.
like I want to say like post HD net ROH. Yeah.
Like this is hitting me not as hard as like Guerrero, but like pretty close up there.
No, and to hit me at least as hard as Guerrero would be tough because like all I did was watch WWE and love Eddie
Right.
Guerrero when I was a kid, and I was a small child. Now I'm 30 years old,
Right.
but it's still, I mean, it's
But Jay had that same
it's very
effect.
sad.
Both the Briscoes had that same effect on me when I started watching wrestling that wasn't WWE.
Like
A lot of it was the Briscoes.
I can't think of a Jay Briscoe singles or Briscoe brothers match I didn't like.
No.
And I tuned in every time they dropped a promo, literally every time. And that's something like you don't think about that. At least I didn't think about that until like now.
I didn't think about it.
I've literally
I
watched
didn't
all
realize how good his promos were until like the feud with FTR.
Bro, they just went off. They didn't have any script for it.
Yeah.
No, and I usually don't like cussing in promos. I know I've said this before. Like, usually don't like it, but like
get away with it.
Just the way he does it, it's like, yep, that's right.
I watched his promo that he had with the little promo battle, the package that him and Adam Cole did before their match at Final Battle. I think.
I don't know when it was, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where he told him he'd fucking eat him.
Yeah.
He started talking about somebody else in that promo too. Michael Elgin. Like he said he beat his big ass too.
Plus they just won the ROH tag team titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Final Battle.
Match of the year.
That match, literally
2 of them.
That dog collar match was my match of the year.
All right, so what was your favorite memory, or of Jay Briscoe? Because I'll tell you one of mine. I've been watching him since the 2006, 7, 8.
Yeah, I know exactly what my favorite memory is, and it's hilarious.
It's not really. I don't know if it's a good one, but when he was hanging from the rafters and him bleeding all over Jimmy Jacobs. You don't remember that?
I remember that.
Age of the Fall and all that.
No, it's not in my head for some reason.
Or or the Ladder War, of course.
Ladder. Yeah. Listen, him and his brother, like it looks like a backyard show, but I'm pretty sure it's CZW. Just beating the dog shit out of each other. It's so fucking funny.
I think my favorite is probably that Ladder War match with the Briscoes versus Steen and Generico.
That the J Driller on the ladder to Generico is like immaculate. It's just so fucking
good. It's so good.
Jay, he takes, who was he? I think it was against Adam Cole. He takes a super kick like off the top rope through a ladder on the floor. Jay Briscoe,
good.
Just a fucking
my favorite promo. My favorite part of that Adam Cole was when he was talking about how WWE been trying to get him, and he was just like, "I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying here." And I think that's one of my favorite is that he was ROH. He was ROH.
He says in like I don't even know if it's a promo or just a video, but like he said in a video, whether it be a promo or whatever, like money's not more important than happiness, and him and Mark were happy, so like fuck it.
And that
he was just like fuck it.
Love that.
Harry Funk ain't wear no mouthpiece.
Harry Funk ain't wear
no mouthpiece.
Brody ain't wearing no fucking mouthpiece, you know.
I'm just.
You ever see that? You see that video of him like landscaping when Matt Hardy's landscaping?
Just watched that earlier today.
That shit's so funny. My favorite part is it like he does it. He doesn't say a word. The video ends and it says "fuck Matt Hardy."
There's a lot of good memories around him, and luckily you can watch them all on Honor Club.
You sure can. Way to fucking peddle that.
Yeah, so just sucks, you know.
It does. Suck.
I'm sad that there's matches that we'll never be able to see. Like probably never would have been able to see it anyways, because like like Usos versus Briscoes. Never would have happened anyways because neither were gonna go to that company.
Briscoes are banned from TV.
Right. But just the idea that at some point in our lives we might have seen Briscoes was something. You know what I mean?
I just think like this is just another instance that shows you like you don't know how much you care about somebody. And like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You will not know how much you care about somebody until that somebody
It's
is gone forever.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
that's it. And like we can say like, hey, we show all these people love, we show people love now, which is great, and you should. But you will not know how much somebody means to you until
Until you
that
can't
is,
show them love
there's
anymore.
nothing left.
Yeah, and then everybody who's been sending out, tweets or social media stuff has been nothing but, good things. Even Triple H.
good.
sent
Yeah, I
out-
saw that Triple H sent out something. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and like so it's good to know like he made an impact on a lot of people.
Like
He
He
there's
made an
two
impact
different
on, he made an
sides.
impact on me that I didn't know about.
There's like two different sides to Jay Briscoe. You got the wrestler and then you got the
chicken
human.
farmer.
Fucking chicken.
Hey,
Hey man, that video.
those chickens.
Bruh.
Hey man up. All right, let's move
Oh,
on.
Boy.
Yeah, Jay Briscoe is. Like selfishly, I just want to see Mark do fucking. He's okay. I know he's not because like, how can you be? But I don't know. I hope his kids are okay. I hope that
Yeah.
his wife is okay. Sending all the love that I have to that family.
Just sucks.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's a shitty situation. I'd say I'd retire the ROH tag team titles
I would.
just
Fuck
for
it.
good.
Yeah.
Run with the trios title.
All right. Well, on to better news. Cody Rhodes is officially coming back for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I
I'm
read
happy
that.
he's cleared for it. I wish they wouldn't have told us.
Yeah, that's why I'm in that boat. I would like, and like I knew, okay, like
We all knew.
I for sure knew it was gonna happen.
We
But
called
like,
Rumble return fucking the day he got in.
Yeah,
But-
he's winning the Rumble,
like-
but
You think he is?
I think it's a 2-man race.
There's two people for me.
Yeah,
Who's
That's
your other
it.
person?
it's not Sammy.
Sammy.
So I watched a video earlier today. Same thing happened with Daniel Bryan in 2015, where he got
Oh.
injured, had to get the World Heavyweight Championship stripped from him.
Yeah.
They told him he's gonna come back for the Royal Rumble. Got eliminated early, so that
I
way,
remember.
nobody would care about him, because they're just awaiting his return, so that nobody cared about him, so that Roman could, win the
Yeah.
Rumble, and The Rock came out and was holding him up, and I don't know
I
if it's
remember that.
that kind of a situation or if they're just hyping
You-
up for Cody to win the Rumble.
Would you guys like to know a fun fact about that Brian situation?
Mhm.
The next person that came out was Goldust. The reason that's funny is because the Titantron says "Shattered Dreams" as soon as Daniel Bryan got eliminated.
He was in there for
That's funny.
a minute and a
that's
half.
cool.
Damn.
So Triple H,
Then-
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Levesque met with the talent and said that creative is not changing, even though that
Yes.
Vince McMahon is part of the company again, and he's only there to try and sell the company.
Good. That's what we need, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is it?
Hands off, guys.
Uh,
Hands off the merchandise.
you guys know who Dax is?
Yep.
FTR fame?
He said that FTR is not working in AEW until their contract expires in April. Reportedly, they're gonna take maybe a year and do some indies before they try and sign a TV deal. So
And he also said that the next TV deal that they sign is going to be the last.
Yeah, he said that, but I don't believe that.
I could believe it.
I mean, you can believe it, sure, but like,
They kind of seem like, because neither of them seem like they want
they want to what?
neither of them seem like they want to do singles stuff.
Well, no, and you don't have to. I mean, like,
Well,
I don't
what's the
see-
Like,
It depends. It depends on how much money they want and really, what they want to do, I guess. But like,
well, it also depends on how long their TV deal is.
well, yeah, but
Like,
the easy thing, at least about AEW, is they wrestled like 5 or 6 times. Well, Dax wrestled more.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if they wanted like a lighter schedule or whatever, but like last year
Dax was light as shit.
they went like downhill. Like the start of the year, they started hot, especially
did.
Dax, and then it just went downhill.
I
They
think.
I think
I
they
wanna
took
say-
too many indie bookings and like Tony
Well,
was
no,
just like,
wasn't Wheeler hurt?
Wheeler was hurt for a little bit, yeah.
"Well, sure, yeah."
Yeah, but I mean, still, like you could have. And maybe just because I like them as a team a lot, but I would have had them on TV all the time.
I would have turned them heel and had them.
I would have had them. I mean, when they had the fucking ROH, IWGP, and AAA, I would have put the fucking AEW tag team
but
titles on them too. Like, why not? Especially when they're in all those matches anyway.
Right, and they're doing fucking great work.
And when you have fucking like Luchasaurus with the tag team championship,
Right,
fuck
no
that.
brainer. No
Like
brainer.
who? Come on, everybody wanted it on them.
You had one of the best tag teams of all time on that had 3 separate companies' belts, and you didn't think, hey, maybe I should do that too. Like, whatever.
Oh,
And we saw what Tony did with the belts, and it wasn't good. So,
hey, sometimes Tony Khan just misses the whole ball.
it happens, and it does happen. He's only been promoting for like what 4.
Yeah. Hey, they're on a good act now, so
They are. Love the Acclaimed.
love the Acclaimed. Everybody loves the Acclaimed.
So, speaking of that, finishing up with my last bit of news, Davey Boy Meltzer gave Osprey versus Kenny 6.25 stars.
Really good match.
Yeah. Hey, didn't he give a match at Freelance a 5 1/4 star?
Did he?
Mm.
I think. Hey, I saw Speedball tweet it. Speedball and Brian Keith got a 5 1/4 star. I don't know if it was Dave or not. I didn't say, but I've only heard good things about that match. Haven't seen it though. I have seen. I was on a show with Brian Keith. Great guy.
Y'all see
Great
that
wrestler.
that promo that the Usos cut on Monday?
Nope, forgot Raw was on.
Some good shit. About to get Judgment Day versus Usos.
Oh, they are wrestling.
Yeah.
Is
and
that Friday?
I don't know if they're wrestling Friday or if they're waiting till the Rumble. I don't know. I just saw the promo. But it was a really good promo. And they brought back the Uso Penitentiary.
Hey, man, I love the Usos.
Brought up Rey Mysterio, how they started their historic tag team championship run by beating Dominic and his daddy. That was cool.
Dominic and his daddy.
I love that Rhea Ripley is the enforcer for that group. And
I want
face Solo. I want Solo versus Rhea. Fucking bad.
Me fucking too.
Like, it would be so nuts.
And she's gonna do like a strongman spot if that happens. Like, we need it.
It would be so good.
The crowd would go fucking wild. I'm booking it now.
I think
Right
Mustafa jumped in and did something in that little area too.
Where I gotta start watching Raw. I wish I cared about it.
And then
I
Rhea tweeted out, "Acknowledge me."
That was funny. Oh, that brings me to something I was gonna say earlier, but like, so I was watching SmackDown, and like, so the arena, like the arenas, like around the ring and the ring itself, like I don't like anymore. There's too much.
Like the apron area,
like all of it, the ring and the barricade. I don't like.
Strange nitpick, but okay.
It just like it seems too crowded. Like I think it takes away from the crowd, which I like to see the crowd.
I do too.
It makes everything look smaller, like just to me, I guess. I don't know.
What is it Raw 30 that's coming up?
Yeah, 30th anniversary.
Raw is a XXX.
I hope they come out with that with like a mixture of all their old songs.
I hope they just.
Ric Flair will be there, so that'll be a good time.
I saw that, and I was just like thinking, like, I understand, but like I'm tired of it. I'm
Well,
ready
I've
for
been
Ric Flair to go.
tired.
I'm
No,
ready for him to just fuck off, man.
I'm not ready for him to go. I'm ready for him to be off television.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not ready for him to die, but I'm ready for him to just leave the wrestling business behind.
So yeah, speaking of that, hey, let's take her home, boys. Go follow the podcast on Twitter at TopTerta, Facebook.com/TopTerta, YouTube.com/@TopTerta, where these video episodes will be out every Monday. And the podcast, you can go and subscribe, follow, like, comment, rate 5 stars on all the major podcasting platforms. Because now we're going to be releasing these episodes every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. And then, of course, I am the Beast at the Beast Snow on all the social medias. You can find me Marion, Ohio, January 21st, this Sunday, at the B Church. Where I'll be there. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll be there.
A surprise! You're wrestling fucking Marion
Justin
Fontaine and Ryback.
Ryback.
Stop it! Don't wish that on our boy. We want him to get to this WrestleMania weekend.
I want to get to the fucking Royal Rumble weekend.
Need a Z pack.
You can follow me on Twitter at Friendly Plays with 2 S. That's all I got.
I got the T Gingerbeard Man at the Twitters, Saves the Day Orc on Etsy, Tabletop Library on TikTok. Yeah, do all those things.
Follow me on Twitter, Sexy Debbie B. You know what I do. As we all know, Sauron didn't create all the rings. He forged just the one, but he provided the science necessary to forge the other 19. 16 of them were made under supervision. The last 3, as you know from the Lord of the Rings television show on Amazon, were made by the master craftsman of the elves, Celebrimbor, alone, never touched by Sauron. So, originally only made for the elves, handed them out to everybody else. You know how it goes.
I don't, because I never watched it.
Any other?
That sounds like a personal problem.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan!
So, in honor of us being together for the 116th episode, I just want to bid you guys a good morning, a good afternoon, good night, and a goodbye.
Bang!
Bang!